Babli angrily sits down on the sofa throwing things. When her husband Bablu asks her what happened, Babli tells him that she has long been asking to shift houses as there is no space to keep things. Bablu tells her that buying a house is not so easy. Babli complains that the family is growing and their daughter needs a study room. Servant room is also required, and for visiting guests and parents too, a room is required. Bablu says that he cannot buy a house for all this as it costs a lot to buy one. Babli asks him to sell his 2 BHK house and buy a 4 BHK house instead. To which Bablu tells her that even if they buy a new house by selling the old house, tax will have to be paid. Hearing this, Babli is surprised.
Did you see how Bablu's wife Babli got upset after hearing about the tax? Well, why not? First, spend money to buy a house, then pay tax on living, then pay tax on selling. After that, buy a new house and then pay tax again. If you too are planning to buy a house by selling property or house shares or any other asset, then definitely listen to this part of the budget speech of the Finance Minister.
Better targeting of tax concessions. For better targeting of tax concessions and exemptions, I propose to cap deduction from capital gains on investment in residential house under Section 54 and Section 54F to 10 crores.
Long-term capital gains tax can be saved by investing in residential property. Under Section 54 of the Income Tax Act, tax can be saved by investing capital gains from the sale of a house in another house. Similarly, under Section 54F, the proceeds of a sale of capital assets other than house like shares, commercial property, gold if used to buy a house are exempted from tax. Not just capital gains, but the entire amount received from sale has to be used to buy a house. In this way, no matter how much the capital gain is, tax can be saved by investing it in buying a house. So what has changed in the budget regarding capital gains? Budget 2023 proposes to set tax exemption limit. Under Section 54 and Section 54F, tax exemption will be available only on capital gain up to 10 crore rupees. This means if a person with capital gain invests in properties and buys a house with the profit made, then the tax exemption limit on that profit will be only up to 10 crore rupees. If the profit above this is also invested in buying a house, then it is a capital gain and will be taxed. Now let us understand this with an example. Suppose a person sells his house and makes a capital gain of 13 crore rupees. At present, he can buy a new house with this profit and can save tax on the entire capital gain. Whereas from financial year 2023-24, he will be able to invest only profit up to 10 crore rupees to save capital gains tax. The remaining 3 crores will have to be taxed after indexation benefit. Now let's understand how tax will be decided in case of commercial property.
देखिए, अभी तक तो जो लॉ है उसके अकॉर्डिंगली अगर आपको नेट कंसिडरेशन 15 करोड़ मिलती है और 12 करोड़ आपका कैपिटल गेन है और आप पूरा का पूरा 15 करोड़ इन्वेस्ट कर देते हैं तो आपको 12 करोड़ का पूरा लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन का एग्जेम्पशन मिल जाएगा। लेकिन इस चेंज के बाद आपको जो मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट है वो 10 करोड़ तक का ही मिलेगा। तो बाकी जो बैलेंस 2 करोड़ रुपया है उसके ऊपर आपको टैक्स देना पड़ जाएगा। बजट 2023 में जो सेक्शन 54 और 54F में अमेंडमेंट प्रपोज करी है गवर्नमेंट ने, वो इसलिए करी है कि लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन एग्जेम्पशन का ज्यादा फायदा छोटे टैक्स पेयर्स को, छोटे और मीडियम टैक्स पेयर्स को ही मिले और एचएनआईज और अल्ट्रा एचएनआईज जब कोई प्रॉपर्टी में ट्रांजैक्शन करते हैं तो गवर्नमेंट उनसे कुछ ना कुछ टैक्स भी ले सके। लग्जरी सेगमेंट के बारे में मेरा ये मानना है कि थोड़ा सा इम्पैक्ट तो आ सकता है शॉर्ट टर्म में, लेकिन लोग लग्जरी गाड़ियां या लग्जरी अपार्टमेंट्स लेते हैं वो अपना स्टेटस डिफाइन करने के लिए लेते हैं। तो आपके ऊपर अगर ज़्यादा टैक्स लग रहा है तो आप अपना डिसीजन हो सकता है थोड़ा टाइम डिले कर दें। लेकिन जो लोग लग्जरी गाड़ियों में या लग्जरी हाउसेस में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं वो अल्टीमेटली उस कैटेगरी में ही रहेंगे और आने वाले समय में बहुत ज़्यादा चेंज लग्जरी सेगमेंट पे मुझे नहीं लगता कि आना चाहिए।
This means if Bablu buys a bigger house by selling his old house and his capital gain is more than 10 crore rupees, then whatever amount is more than 10 crore rupees, he will have to pay capital gain tax on that. One more thing, For tax exemption, the new house has to be purchased within 2 years from the date of transfer of the old property. Whereas in the case of construction, the house should be completed within 3 years. If the property is sold after keeping it for more than 2 years, it is considered as a long-term asset and the profit from it is considered as a long-term capital gain.